Hey there, Twisters. Welcome, hockey fans. So, we're going to be live here for the start of free agency. This is when unrestricted free agents who haven't agreed to terms with their current team can actually sign contracts elsewhere. We do have a lot of news that's been breaking recently about several players, and I'll be sure to keep you posted as more information comes in here. So, for example, Sam Reinhart is staying in Florida. Jake Guentzel is signing with the Tampa Bay Lightning. Patrick Kane, as you might have seen yesterday, agreed to a deal with the Red Wings. Tyler Bertuzzi is heading to Chicago to play with the Blackhawks for the next 4 years. Chris Tanev, his deal is now official with the Toronto Maple Leafs. But of course, we're going to be looking out for some of the other big names in free agency, such as Steven Stamkos, Elias Lindholm, Jonathan Marchessault is rumored to be a target for the New Jersey Devils. Lots of other great free agents in a number of positions here. So hopefully we get some great news over the course of the next hour or so. And I do appreciate you putting up with me here as it's really early here, 7:38 on the West Coast. I've been up for the past hour or so just getting this thing ready. So, of course, this stuff has to break at like 6 in the morning for me. But anyway, welcome here. We're going to be covering the offseason on this channel, trades, other happenings in free agency. So, yeah, say hello and let us know what you're hoping for in free agency, who you want your team to bring on board, whether that's re-signing somebody or, getting somebody from a different team. Windy City not happy. So Tyler Bertuzzi signed a 4-year deal worth $5.5 million annually with the Chicago Blackhawks. Alec Martinez? I didn't know you hated Bertuzzi. I haven't seen anything on Alec Martinez just yet. There has been quite a bit of news. So, we'll be, of course, keeping up to date with things on X here. Oh, there's Andrew Mangiapane, by the way, who's wearing number 88 for the Capitals going forward. But yeah, if you see anything else come in, guys, feel free to let me know here. We do have some other like depth signings. So Sam Carrick is heading over to the Rangers on a 3-year deal. He was with the Western Conference champion Edmonton Oilers. Eric Robinson was a Columbus Blue Jacket for a long time, and he was traded over to the Sabres, and now he's with the Carolina Hurricanes for a year. Connor Brown is staying in Edmonton 1 more year. Dmitry Kulikov for the Panthers, depth defenseman, signing a 4-year deal at $1.2 million annually. Bertuzzi continues his original 6 tour. So yeah, it's Red Wings, Maple Leafs, Bruins, and now Blackhawks. Yeah, so now after this, when he's in his 30s, he's going to have to play for Montreal, I guess. Sharks might be a little better next season. I think so, Frank. They'll be probably a little bit better. That doesn't necessarily mean that they'll crawl out of the basement in the Pacific Division, but hey, I like the way that things are trending for them right now. We'll have another, it might be a tough year next year, not quite as bad as this past season. And then, who knows? We'll have hopefully Celebrini and Smith for the whole season. So I'm optimistic, but I'm also patient. All right. What else is happening? Brett Pesce, when a deal is finalized with the Devils, is expected to come in at 6 years in the $5.5 million range. That's pretty fair for him, considering what John Marino was earning over there and the upgrade that he is perceived to be, Brett Pesce. So we're going to call that all but finalized, essentially. So Brett Pesce signing from the Hurricanes with the Devils at about 6 by 5.5. That's pretty fair, I guess. I think he's like 29 years old. Not happy with the Golden Knights. Happy Canada Day. Was that? Oh, because Marchessault. That's right. Matt Nation, what's going on? While I think Stamkos would be an asset to any locker room, your gut tells you he's going to land with Detroit. So looking at last night, and by the way, thanks for tuning in on Rumble. Last night, I forgot who it was in the media, but he said that the team that's kind of the front runner right now is actually Nashville. But I don't think Detroit, they'll have some cap space there. Who do I think the Sharks are going for so far? I haven't heard any specific names from this free agency group. I'm just trying to think if anybody comes to mind here from this group here. But I would think that, yeah, they probably want somebody to at least play in the middle six. I'm kind of curious to see if Stefan Nason would consider returning back to San Jose, because he was, well, we loved him over there. And we could at least give him probably 2 years at, $3 million or so to play on our third line. Not that, of course, the Sharks aren't trying to like compete for a playoff spot this upcoming season, but having a veteran, somebody who's, of course, who's made an impact in the locker room as well already, that wouldn't be a bad one. Duclair is another one who, he's at least going to bring you some trade value if you bring him back. He was pretty affordable this past season, so I wouldn't mind that either. Bluch. Robin, will the Canucks sign anyone in free agency? I would think so, just in the sense that, their salary cap situation has been getting much better, considering they signed Myers to a 3-year extension, but only at $3 million annually. Now they won't have Elias Lindholm's contract. I think that they could be kind of sneaky busy. I've really liked what Alvin has done so far, especially with Dakota Joshua. But yeah, they do have some veteran players who could possibly make their way back into the lineup. Nobody's talking about Shane Gostisbehere. He's had a couple of at least productive years in recent times. Not that Vancouver needs him. I was just scrolling through the list down here. But yeah, we'll keep an eye out to see if anything happens on the Vancouver front. But yeah, the Golden Knights, Jonathan Marchessault is going to free agency, so that's a big one. And because of that, Dean says, I believe Stamkos will sign with Vegas. That was the motivation behind not signing Marchessault. So, I mean, that was something that I was almost anticipating at the trade deadline this past year. Toast Tactical, welcome. Davidson would make you happy if Teravainen comes back. There you go. I mean, that's the guy they should have probably gotten instead of Bertuzzi, if you want to be a happy fan from that. Canucks have been trashed in free agency. Really? What was the what move, I guess, do you think was the worst that they've made so far? I mean, look, Myers, I don't know why they wanted to, have that much term on him, but at least it's not the worst in terms of a cap hit. Nashville might get Stamkos. All right. So yeah, we're just going to be refreshing Twitter this whole time. Chandler Stevenson. Sharks are clearly trying to get the best players in free agency. Elliot Friedman thinks they're chasing Tyler Toffoli. His wife is from... I grew up with his wife just an hour south of there. So that to me made a lot of sense. I've heard they checked in on Chandler Stevenson. I actually really like Chandler Stevenson. I think in this free agency class, he's probably one of the best values you can get out there. Underrated second line caliber player who can play center and can play wing. So that does make sense to me. What's on at 12? Myers in the top 6 is rough. What's up, Aaron? Good morning. Yes, especially good morning to me. It's not even 8 in the morning here. So apologies if my enthusiasm isn't exactly at its max. Nashville on Marchessault. Really? So Sam, yeah, I know, right? I think that this is when teams can actually start like announcing the deals, but we had news that was starting, at 9 Eastern this morning. So that's why I jumped on it. But yeah, when you see all these tweets from the Elliot Friedmans out there, the Chris Johnstons, the Darren Dragers, of course, Jake Guentzel is going to Tampa Bay. So obviously that's going to be filling the void that Stamkos left behind, 7 years at $9 million annually, which I think is pretty fair considering he's a little bit older than somebody like when Pasternak signed his deal, for like 11.5 annually. Love the pup cam. Any other news for Detroit after the Kane signing? I mean, we're talking about Stamkos. I wouldn't be entirely surprised if, they were still in the running to get him, but that's the only thing that I have on my radar right now, honestly. Is it like 3 a.m. for me? It feels like it, I'll tell you that. I normally don't go live this early. Yeah, Devils signing Brett Pesce at $5.5 million annually for the next 6 years. Should the Oilers sign Yamamoto? Yeah, man. What happened? Did he even play this past year? Yeah, he played 59 games for Seattle. So yeah. Yeah, Seattle has liked the Washington players. They've liked the guys who grew up here or played in juniors here. Take a trip to Europe and do a stream from here. I would enjoy that quite a bit. I would enjoy that quite a bit. I was there almost 2 years ago for the Global Series. Reinhart's still overpay. It's a lot better than what he was projected to sign. 8 years at 8.6 million annually. And I know that the 50 goal season or the 57 goal season might be a bit of an outlier, but don't forget you're also paying for his defensive play as well. He was fourth in Selke Trophy voting. Kane staying with the Red Wings. Yep. Pesci has been super overpaid. I mean, for the role that he's going to play there, I think that it's overall okay, but I can kind of see what you mean in the sense that, you're going to have some young defensemen taking over that role actually in just a matter of like 2 years, 3 years at the most, right? St. Louis, Kansas City, and Orlando. All right. Oh, yeah. Happy Canada Day to our friends north of the border. Reinhart scored the cup winner, too. Yeah, that's true. Devils need Stamkos. Yeah, I think Marchessault is the guy that they'll be looking for. Predators getting busy in on Stamkos, Marchessault, and Brady Shea. Holy crap. Barry Trotz, man. This guy has made some bold moves since he took over as general manager at the end of not last season now, but the previous one. Big love for Barry Trotz. Hearing Nashville has emerged as a serious contender for Marchessault. The Jets are hoping to keep Sean Monahan. Okay. I mean, they traded a first for him. McDavid scored half of Reinhart's playoff points in 2 games. Just about, right? Hey, what's up, Danelle? At work right now, but did any of your local teams sign anyone right now or sign anyone yet? Yeah, Sam Carrick from the Oilers has signed a 3-year deal with the Rangers. I haven't seen any news with the Islanders, but the Devils could potentially pursue Jonathan Marchessault. They also have signed Brett Pesci to a 6-year deal worth $5.5 million annually. How much did the Panthers pay Reinhart, says Juice Pimpson? That would be $8.6 million annually for the next 8 years. So that's the maximum term. $8.6 million, though, I saw projections. People were thinking that he'd be at least at 9.5. If not, he easily have earned double digits for the season that he just had. And so I think it is a bit of a hometown discount. Trade Natchez for Pinto. Actually, you could actually have a deal with those 2 players involved. That's not too bad. About how the Sharks are the best odds for Toffoli. Yeah, I just saw that. Pretty good. Good to have you here. Yeah, so the Sharks could possibly pursue him. I also saw Shang Peng kind of state the case for Chandler Stevenson joining the Sharks, which, again, that would be a great value signing. He's got, this is somebody in the prime of his career who is very versatile and where you decide to integrate him in the lineup. Toffoli, though, yeah, like I said, he is familiar playing in California, and this would be great for his family since his wife is from just an hour south of there. What's up, Rocket Man? Coming into free agency live stream. We won't have to deal with Twitter X not working like we experienced last year. Oh, that's right. I forgot that happened during free agency. Lots of people here joining us. It's great to have you here. Hey, Samantha, Princess Flora, hello. Just oof that Tanev signing. Who are the Leafs signing? Asks Mike. Yeah, so they have signed Chris Tanev, defenseman, who was part of the Dallas Stars at the end of this past year. 6 years at $4.5 million. He is a very good stay-at-home physical defenseman, but he is 34 years old, so you are paying for those first 3 or 4 years quite a bit. I'm pretty sure the Panthers gonna let Montour walk. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't know about this past season, but really the season before that, to him, he was terrific, and he looked like a top pairing defenseman. And so I imagine that he'll be looking for something more so in that, like, I don't know, $6 million range annually. Speaking of which, guys, this is a free agent who would be a free agent in 2025. But the Hurricanes are expected to sign Jacob Slavin to an 8-year deal at $6.43 million. Just FYI. All right, folks, keep me posted if you see anything else out there in the news from the big guys out there. We're talking like Johnston, Friedman, Drager, Shayna with the Athletic. All right, I'm just going to scroll through here. But yeah, we're looking at potentially, Steven Stamkos, Jonathan Marchessault, Brady Shea, right? Targets for the Nashville Predators. The Devils look to be busy in free agency here as well. Anthony Stolarz will have a decision to make. Yeah, Florida, Toronto, and Toronto Maple Leafs are also saying that they could be looking for a goaltender to go alongside Joseph Woll. Anthony Stolarz and Joseph Woll. That'd be a pretty strong, albeit somewhat underrated tandem, I think, with the Maple Leafs. We got the 5 drop in here from Purdy Good. Heard Ryan Lomberg is leaving. Would San Jose be a good fit? I think that San Jose pretty much has those fourth liners already kind of in the lineup. Anybody from, Goodrow to Grundstrom, they've qualified him. And also they signed Luke Cunning yesterday. So while I wouldn't mind Lomberg joining the Sharks, I just don't think that they're going to have a need for him quite as much as somebody more so, with more scoring upside. But thank you for the super chat. Let's give Cortana a treat. All right, here we go. There we go. Good girl. Good girl. Actually, let's get for the first super chat of the day. We're going to give Cortana 2 treats. Here we go. Come over here. That's a good girl. All right. Leafs want a lot of Panthers players. They should maybe get Lomberg. I want Guentzel you wanted him to stay in Carolina. Yeah, unfortunately, he's heading over to Tampa Bay. The Hurricanes, though, as I saw last night, are still in the mix for Steven Stamkos. But, I mean, that's a team that's already losing quite a lot with Guentzel, Teravainen out there. Understandably so. But Shea, Pesce, Stefan Nason, Jordan Martinook. So a lot of news or a lot of cap space that Carolina will have to make some deals out there. Not to mention they have to sign Seth Jarvis. Is Guentzel going to Florida? No, he's going to the state of Florida, but yeah, he's signing with the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Shanna plan is copy the next best thing. Yeah, I know it doesn't have too high of a ceiling. At least that's how it's played out so far. Matt Nation says per MGS Sports or MSG Sports, Friedman predicts the Predators will sign both Shea and Chandler Stevenson. Plus, he has Nashville as the favorite for Stamkos. Incredible. That would be just absolutely huge for the Preds, as they have been able to, over the course of just 2 seasons now, just reload their roster, improve their salary cap situation quite a bunch, and perhaps be a top 3 team in that division. By the way, I also wanted to welcome everybody who's joining us from Rumble. We're doing a co-stream there and on X, so it's great to have you guys here. Bertuzzi left for Chicago. Also, Nick Robertson wants out. Yes, I heard that too. Juice Pimpson doesn't think that Stamkos is going to sign with Nashville. Well, Ewok stuff. Don't forget that Carolina had traded the signing rights to Jake Guentzel to the Lightning, so they actually got a 3rd-round pick as a part of it. So, not the worst. Not the worst. All right. Let's see what else we have happening in the realm here. Tanev and Ekman-Larsson to the Leafs. Don't forget, yesterday, Utah signed Sean Durzi to a 4-year deal at $6 million annually. That's a handsome offer for him, to say the least. The Jets have, that was this yesterday, excuse me. Max Domi is staying in Toronto, don't forget, on, what was that, a 4-year deal? Let's see here. Why am I seeing all this stuff from yesterday? I want today, dang it. Happy July, by the way, and happy Canada Day. Hey, Detroit, you can take Marner. Yeah, I haven't seen any real trade talks about Marner potentially, but you did hear Brad Treliving when he was like, he just was quoted saying Marner's a star, like multiple times over again. Kevin, what's going on, man? Good to have you here. Hope you're enjoying the off season. You'll be devastated if they lose Teravainen. I personally imagine that he'll walk. Florida, because I think he wants a greater role somewhere else. Utah's defense looking stacked now with John Marino and also Mikhail Sergachev. Isn't that crazy that he made those 2 deals on what was that, Friday? You would consider that the top pairing? I would too, I think, just off the top of my head. Tanev to the Leafs is good. Oh, yeah. I mean, I think that it's a good signing for them. They need a reliable stay-at-home defenseman who can shut down some of the best talents out there. I still think that it's good if they can get a little bit more productivity from the blue line, but really with Toronto, I think that that's secondary. So I agree. It's going to be a long deal, though. Claude Giroux, hello. Welcome to the stream. Can't wait to see Utah play next season. I'm thinking they might contend for a playoff spot this next year. But then again, Nashville, like I said, trying to occupy one of those top 3 spots with some of the players they're in the mix for. Yeah, Joseph Wool. Surprised that the Oilers just gave up on Campbell to go from the starting tandem to an emergency backup and then bought out. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, that was what, like a 5x5 deal or something like that, or a 5x6, and just that's probably one of the worst contracts that we've seen in recent years, unfortunately. But yeah, he was a good goaltender going into it. It's unfortunate that his career had to take a dive like that. But he's still got a couple of years left if he wants to try to resurrect something and get on a team that isn't really challenging for a playoff spot. If a team has like a significant injury or whatever, they could bring him in. You think Stamkos might retire? You mean this offseason? Really? Near said 9.2 million is the worst. That's touche. That's pretty fair too. At least he's actually playing games though. All right. Yeah, LeBron's saying that Nashville should be the front runner for Steven Stamkos. I mean, I could kind of see that happening in the sense that he was already playing in a state that has no income tax, and neither does Tennessee. Tennessee. Predators getting busy and on Stamkos, Marcia O'Shea. Yeah, I wonder if anybody's going to sign Nate Schmidt today. And then here's the terms of the buyout for Jack Campbell. So it's going to be a 6-year window for that. The most that Edmonton will be on the hook for is in 3 seasons in 26-27. Not horrible, just considering the salary cap's rising. Not horrible, but you only want to be doing that with one player, right? Retaining salary on guys, that's another sort of thing. Preds are going hard today. Yeah, for sure. Ethan, what's up, man? Good morning to you. He's coming home. He's not from Tennessee, but he's coming home. I hope you enjoyed watching the Stanley Cup parade yesterday. TJ Brody, hey, welcome. What will we think the Penguins are going to do today? Well, let's take a look. That's an interesting team, right? Because they've been out of the playoffs the past couple of years, taking a couple swings out there to get guys like Erik Karlsson. Right now, they're working with $7 million in cap space, a little bit more than that. Who are their UFAs right now? Harkins, Bemstrom, Shea, and P.O. Joseph. Yeah, they have to get him signed. So it's not going to be a ton of money to play with unless they can find a way to deal Tristan Jarry, right? So I don't know if there are any interesting parties out there who are interested in Jarry. I haven't heard anything about that. But yeah, you'll have to get somebody, probably I would think you might be able to scoop up an affordable middle 6 player. All right, what do we got here? We got Crosby won't leave. He's probably going to go straight to the front office. Yeah, he'll be a free agent at the end of next year. Warren Fogle to the Kings. Is that true? Yeah. Warren Fogle. Let's see. Looking pretty likely that Warren Fogle is on his way out of Edmonton and heading to Los Angeles from Oilers Daily. Okay. I'll see if I can find anything on that here on X, and then I'll put that in the books. Thank you though for letting me know about that. I'll put Fogle. Let's see, where is he on here? Oh, there he is. Fogle, who was on the Oilers, potentially on the LA Kings here. Stamkos not going to Nashville. Chicago. I haven't heard Chicago in the mix for him. Carolina is one of the teams. So is Vegas. How much cap space do the Sharks have? A fair chunk, honestly. Let's take a look. The Sharks right now looking at over $26 million. The guys who are up for extensions, who I think the Sharks have qualified, include Delandria is one of them. Bordelot is one of them. Emberson is one, and so is Thrun. But that I wouldn't think that would make up more than about $8 million of the cap space, give or take, right? So the Sharks will still have about $18 million to play with. The Stanley Cup parade blocked traffic in Florida. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that they had to close off some of it. And the beach, they had a lot of partying on the beach there yesterday. Yakov Trenin to Minnesota. I'll put that in our ledger here. Yakov Trenin, he was on the Avalanche this past season, right? And now he's moving over to the Minnesota Wild. Let me know if you have terms on that deal there, Jake. Seem a lot of Carolina's on there. Yeah. Carolina had. I've been talking about this since the trade deadline and like their Stanley Cup window. I said, really, this is going to be tough for them. If they couldn't win the cup this year, it's going to be really tough going forward because now they got to make over their roster. Although I think they've done overall a pretty good job of managing their cap space. Your dad's birthday is on Wednesday. He'll be 60. All right. Well, happy birthday to you. And I hope that this is a wonderful decade ahead for you. I think it was pretty good for my parents, so I'm sure that it'll be the same for you. Martinez to the Hawks. Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me of that. Did I have Martinez on here? Martinez. Oh, there he is. Or Jordan Martinook. Alec Martinez. So you're saying that he's going to the Chicago Blackhawks. All right. Yeah, I know this is a lot to keep track of, isn't it? Alec Martinez, of course, scored the winning goal in Game 7 of the conference final in 2014 against the Chicago Blackhawks, and then he scored the Cup winning goal with the Kings just a couple weeks later, and now he's going to play for Chicago. DeBrusk to Montreal. Eric Johnson to the Flyers. Dang, I can't even find this stuff on my X feed. Come on now. I'd like to see some official confirmations of this just to be thorough on this, right? Lots of people tuning in. It's awesome to have you here. Tanev actually signing with Toronto. That's right. 6-year deal at $4.5 million annually. You got Rhino and Kulikov back. Yeah, I think the Reinhart signing, it's a really great deal for the team. Still really good for Sam, but you're paying that $8.6 million annually for what he does defensively as well too. So I think that's really good considering what we've seen with like William Nylander's contract. Reinhart's, considering he's in an income tax-free state, I mean that's fantastic if you're Bill Zito. So congratulations. Yes, Aaron, thank you. Don't forget to leave a like there. EJ to the Flyers, Eric Johnson, Stanley Cup winning defenseman Eric Johnson, former first overall pick. So he's leaving. Where was EJ? Was he with the I know he was with the Sabres at one point this past year. Did he stay there? Oh, he was with Philadelphia. That's right. So he's staying with Philly. Okay. A 1x1. It's Connor Geeky NHL ready. I don't know, actually. Does anybody have any input on that? He came over in that trade to Tampa in exchange for, of course, Mikhail Sergachev. I think like former 9th overall pick. Flyers. So he's staying in Philly. Well, let's get Oops. Oops. I love color coding things, everybody. Very important. Very important in this line of work. On a 1x1, you're saying? McJesus never leaving Edmonton. Well, the guy that, of course, we got to be on the lookout for in free agency next year, besides Sidney Crosby, is Leon Draisaitl. Your dad says thank you. All right, cool, man. Connor McMichael will stay with the Capitals 2 years at 2.1. Oh, wow. Okay, that's a pretty good bridge deal from a cap management situation. Bertuzzi's Bertuzzi's actually signing with the Chicago Blackhawks. That one is officially in the books. 4 years at $5.5 million annually. The Panthers are trying to re-sign Stolarz. Yeah, you want to ultimately see what Knight can give you, right? So I think that's going to be an interesting story to watch there. Stolarz having just his last several seasons overall have been excellent as a backup. Can the Devils make a playoff push with Pesce, Dillon, and Marchessault? Oh, they're in the mix for Brendan Dillon? I mean, if they have Marchessault in their lineup, that definitely helps. Certainly sounds like Tyler Toffoli is landing in San Jose. I kind of saw this, honestly. Adds in that veteran skill to a young lineup in need of it, and he heads back to California where it all began. Oh, yeah. I like the idea of Toffoli and Teal. One of my best friends, not so much. Toffoli, where you at, bud? Jets, you may be heading to the San Jose Sharks. You know, the Sharks needed some scoring upside in their lineup for sure. Weeksy was reporting the Devils being in on Dillon. Is Knight out of the player assistance program? Does anybody know that? I thought he was. Can the Devils make a playoff? Yeah. So, I think that the Devils, I expect them to rebound this next season. They did have some bad injury problems last year, but they should be still a pretty deep team, even if they have injuries. And let's hope that Sheldon Keefe can, I guess, just kind of reinvigorate that environment consisting of great young talent. And, you still have some proven veterans out there. Dougie Hamilton should be healthy for next season, so that's good too. All right. Yeah, so there's the Eric Johnson deal. Thank you. All right. Anybody else seeing anything out there? Knight came out of the players assistant program. Oh, good. That's good. That's good. Sheldon Keefe caught the Maple Leafs curse disease, so I don't know about the Devils now. I mean, if I were him, I'd rather be coaching in Jersey anyway. But yeah, we'll see how much of an impact he can make. Dillon would be good with Devils or Sharks or Blues. I mean, he kind of fits the mold for a Blues defenseman. I think that St. Louis, though, I think their defensemen need somebody who's a little bit more mobile out there, I think. But if he wants to come back to San Jose, the thing with the Sharks is that they're pretty set at left defense, I think. It's more right defense where they need some help. I would think Toffoli would want to go to a cup contender, but I guess not. Well, the thing is that maybe he could actually get a good contract with the Sharks, and then if he does perform up to par, then the Sharks can move him out to a cup contender. Toffoli, I think, has already played for like 6 different teams. Highly doubt McDavid would leave the Oilers after getting Chris Knobloch as head coach. I haven't seen anything related to him potentially, be interested in chasing a cup somewhere else. I mean, the guy just came 1 game away. Where will Elias Lindholm sign? Yeah, that's somebody toward the top of the list here. Yeah, Yakov Trenin will be with the Minnesota Wild. A 4 years, $3.5 million That's annually? Really? What? Am I looking at that correctly? $3.5 million annually for Yakov Trenin for 4 years? Whoa, that's kind of out in left field. I liked him quite a bit with Nashville, but I mean the salary cap is rising. We'll update this if I'm not understanding this correctly. We'll definitely be sure to update that. Billy G loves his 4-year deals. Drouin, I haven't seen anything on Drouin just yet. Walking corpse. All signs are pointing to Montour in Seattle. They could use some productivity from the right side. My thing with Seattle is that I would prefer that they get younger, and just build around their younger talents. I mean, Montour, like, can he be productive for them for a few years? Yeah, sure, certainly. Where is Robinson going? Eric Robinson is with the Hurricanes, but yeah, Nick Robinson, or I was thinking Robertson. Excuse me. Which Robinson are we talking about here? Lightning just uploaded their press conference with Guentzel, trending more like 2.5 million. Yeah, I think that would be much more fitting for a bottom 6 forward. Friedman hearing Nashville has emerged as a serious contender for March or so. I think somebody else had mentioned that earlier too. Pinto to the Pens a possibility. Well, they have to sign P.O. Joseph. Would you be willing to part with him? Yeah, so Connor McMichael stays in Washington. That's just a bridge contract. That's not surprising there. Eric Brandstrom's qualifying offer. He's not going to be qualified, actually. They couldn't reach an agreement there. LeBron said, oh, really? 7 years and $50 million. Holy overpayment. I like Montour, but as a 30-year-old defenseman. Oh, wait. Whoops. Why am I looking at the Kraken's page? I want LeBron. There he is. Are you kidding me? Oh, my God. What? That, I don't know if I can get on board with that so much. Wow. Holy crap. That is a huge deal for Brandon Montour. All right. So we're looking at Seattle at just over $7 million annually. Whoa. 7 by 7.1 or whatever. Really? Anybody else have any thoughts around that? For $50 million? Yeah, Adam, I think that's pretty crazy. Steven Stamkos has had it with insulting offers from the Lightning. Oh, yeah, Mike Commodore. That's right. Is absolutely wild. Yeah. I was just talking about the trending contract. Holy crap. Wow, dude. Where will Zadorov end up? Yeah, that's somebody who should get a nice pay bump, too. He had a great season, or at least when he came over to Vancouver. He played really well for them. His offense really came out, was really shining over there. Yeah, boy, I don't know. Man, that's a big deal for Seattle. Montour would be like 6 years max. Yeah, like on like a 4x6 or something like that. A 4x6 would have been, I thought that's palatable. Holy crikey, man. The Bruins have done a significant amount of legwork on Nikita Zadorov and Elias Lindholm. Just for a couple of former Flames to look out for, everybody. Vancouver should have kept Zadorov. I would have liked that too. I would have rather them have him extended than Myers. But then again, of course, those are different sides of the blue line. Tanev looking like a steal for the Leafs. I mean, I think that the overall AAV on it being 6 by 4.5 is perfectly fine. Obviously, it's going to be, you're going to get more value from him for those first 3 or 4 years, considering he's 34. But then again, I look at like Jacob Slavin at 8 years at $6.43 million for somebody who's younger. Certainly, he's going to earn more from that. That's also a really good contract. I guess I can kind of see those two deals kind of mirroring each other in terms of like value by season. Considerable interest in veterans Sean Monahan. Columbus is one of the teams in a long-term deal, in the long-term deal discussions. Long-term for Monahan? I heard they also said that the Jets are hoping to hold on to him. All right, what else we have happening here? Yeah, 7x7.14. Devils in on Stamkos. Yeah, Devils seem to be in on a few players. After signing Brett Pesce, they were still in the Marsh or so conversation too. But the Preds want him. Yeah, the Preds do want him for sure. The Preds are also in on Brady Shea. Not a lot of people talking about Brady Shea. His past couple of years have been fantastic for the Hurricanes. Again, the offense kind of coming through more recently for him. This past season, put up 13 goals and 34 assists. He's 30 years old. The previous season, 18 goals and 20 assists. How about Montour or Stamkos to Utah? Well, Utah won't be needing any more defensemen after their big acquisitions at the draft. Stamkos with Arizona, the thing is that like they are a younger team in that, you know, you don't necessarily want a 34-year-old around for several years when you can allocate those funds like later on once you actually know what you're getting out of some of those young forwards once they've taken a step or two forward. I don't think that they'll necessarily need him because like that's going to be a position where they're overall pretty strong. What is Colorado going to do with their issues? Yeah, I mean, considering the Nichushkin, we don't know when we're going to expect him back on the ice. Same thing with Landeskog. But yeah, they definitely have some work to do for sure. Yeah. All right. Come on now. Yeah, that's unexpected. Emerald City Hockey saying Montour is a huge ad for the Kraken blue line power play. That said, 7 years of term at that hit for a 30-year-old could age very poorly. Yeah, I agree. The Bruins, yeah. So keep an eye on the Bruins and Nikita Zadorov and also Elias Lindholm. Again, a team that does need some productivity from their centers. Natchez was, acquired 7 years ago already, huh? Microphone Genius, I do. I certainly do remember you. Thanks for joining us here. So many former Flames, yeah. Battle of Alberta is going to be pitiful. Probably so. I mean, Calgary is going to be battling it out probably with San Jose for the bottom of the division. But, people are touting the job that Craig Conroy did at the draft. So there could be a bright future. But, yeah, there are some darker days ahead for the time being. What about McKinnon? McKinnon's signed in long-term. Or are you talking about he's there's no like injury with him, right? Or he's going to be back on the ice as expected, right? Teuvo Teravainen to Chicago. Yeah, is that happening? Did the Sharks sign Toffoli? It's all but a done deal at this point. I'll keep you posted on that one though, Trevor. Teuvo Teravainen heading back to the Windy City. Haven't seen it just yet here. All right, we'll keep things on the refresh and be on the lookout for Teravainen. Yeah, Ekman Larson to Toronto. I did see that kind of pop up. Not like there's a contract that is in place that has been reported, but that's what it's looking like. Gresley to Ottawa or both Carrier brothers to Ottawa. I haven't seen anything on those players. Just FYI. Columbus was signed Nylander. Alex Nylander, I'd rather have them get him than Sean Monahan, considering it was reported that Monahan is drawing long-term interest from Columbus. Kraken won't be cup contenders anytime soon with contracts like that. Yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see which of those guys from Coachella get called up next year, and what impact they make over the next maybe 2 years. We're looking at, of course, like Shane Wright, Matty Beniers. He'll need to obviously take a step forward if this team wants to be a playoff contender. Love the Berkeley Catton deal. I don't know if he's projected to play in the NHL immediately, but yeah, Seattle definitely needs a couple of uh, bona fide centers going forward. A caned 20th season puck from Teuvo Teravainen. I mean, I thought the writing was on the wall with that one. Teuvo to Nashville. Somebody said that Teuvo is going to return to Chicago, actually. Excited to see where Duclair goes to Strawberry. Could be his ninth different team, and he's not even 30 yet. That's crazy, man. We'll take him back in San Jose if he wants to, just come in on a 1-year deal. But he could probably get a little bit more term out there than that. Teuvo Teravainen, yeah, signed to a 3-year deal with Chicago at $5.4 million. Yeah, he got himself. That's a good contract for him. Hi, Cortana. Cortana's like, Dad, where are my apples? How is Cortana? She's doing very well. We're about to spend a few days in Montana off the grid, just hiking. So she'll get some needed time outside. I do a good job with that typically, but with the draft recently and just what I'm trying to get done on the channel, I haven't had as much time to get her out running around. We'll actually do that though once we get off the stream. Take her to the nature preserve over here. Shelovs will crack the Canucks roster long term. I hope so. He looks like he'll be at least a bona fide number 2 goaltender for them, though. So Teuvo Teravainen to the Blackhawks, 3 years at 5.4, and this is after they signed Tyler Bertuzzi to a 4-year deal at $5.5 million. So Chicago making use of some of their cap space. Waddell has been cooking this offseason. That's right. Yeah. The new general manager. You have low expectations, though. All right. Catch you later, Ethan, and have a good time celebrating with your dad later this week. If the Wings don't get Stamkos, what do you think that you should try to get instead? I mean, really, with Detroit, they're supposed to have some excellent prospects. I want to just make sure that they have some space cleared up for those opportunities. But considering, let's see here, they just lost Perron, they lost Gostisbehere. I think Chandler Stevenson would be a really good target for them, though. Again, a versatile forward who, if you have the injury bug and you need to plug him into your top line, he can work up there. I think that's one of the better values that you can get in this draft. I'm curious to see what the Red Wings situation looks like in goal as well. This is not a really good market for goaltenders, but the Red Wings do need some help there. Stolarz is one of the better goaltenders listed here, but he does have a few other teams who are interested in him right now. Uzi says, "Happy Canada Day from Edmonton. Happy Canada Day to you." Leafs might go after Lark. Lankinen, excuse me. Is that who you're talking about? Kevin Lankinen, nice career revival. Definitely boosted his value in the market, but I don't know what his contract situation looks like right now. Mike Commodore is saying 4 years for. Oh, geez, really? That's a little steep on the term. I was thinking like 2 years, but we'll see what the AAV comes out to. Shane Pitto requested a trade. Sadly, yeah, it looks like he couldn't come to a deal, come to terms there. This is what the Sharks roster looks like. A bit bigger and a bit older from the past season. Connor McMichael staying in Washington for the next 2 years. There's the Teravainen deal. Montour signed a 7x7. Is he officially a Shark? It seems like he is at this point. Let's see here. Oh, here, I'll pull up my Commodore. Oops. Yeah, Tyler. Every 4 months, all these want. Yeah, huh? He wants. Oh, he's just saying like I got to get a dollar amount though before I call it officially official, like a ref with a whistle. How would I feel if the Sharks got Marchessault? Honestly, that would be pretty fun. But he's probably like if the Sharks get to Foley, I don't think they'll have the cap space to sign Marchessault, considering they're both at the same position there. Hoping Jerome resigns with the Avs. Yeah, I hope so too. All but confirms to Strawberry. Yeah, that's what it seems like. 6 million. No, a 6x4 for Toffoli. Yikes! Yikes! That would be crazy. I'll take a look, or I'll keep my ear to the ground here on what that deal looks like. Marchessault would be a good fit. Yeah, for sure. Marchessault to the Avs. Actually, yes, Manny. I think that would be fantastic. Ducks do something. They're going to be an interesting team to watch this next year. But yeah, I haven't seen anything related to targets for the Anaheim Ducks. They did over the past couple of seasons have they send guys like Vetrano, Killorn. But yeah, I would think that we'll see something here eventually with them. 6x4, what? Oh my god! And I thought that the Kraken were crazy to give Montour 7x7. Marchessault to the Devils, says Swamp Fox. I don't know why the heck my Twitter feed isn't actually giving me these exact same bits you guys are calling in here. Taylor Radish will be a UFA. Huh, I didn't think that he was that bad. Huh. I liked him just fine. Jacob Slavin will hold a press conference at noon at PNC Arena. So it's looking like they'll announce an 8-year extension for him. He's an unrestricted free agent going into next year. And they're looking to lock him up in an 8-year deal. All signs point to Nashville being the front runner. Let's see here, Shunters. Yeah, God, I'm just getting news from yesterday. This sucks. Blues need to do something big for sure. There's no way that the Sharks are going to offer him that much. That's what I would think. Dylan to the Devils too. Yeah, somebody else was saying that would that could very much be a possibility. Believe that Chicago is bringing in some vets to play with Bedard. Yeah, Bertuzzi, if he plays with Bedard, he could be a 25-goal scorer easily. Monahan to Buffalo. I saw that Monahan drew some interest from the Blue Jackets and that the Jets were trying to keep him. Kasperi Kapanen on a 1x1. Zadorov in Boston would be scary. I actually like that a lot for them. That would be a great one. Wow. Yeah. Still looking like Nashville could be frontrunners for Stamkos, Marchessault, and Brady Shea. Kasperi Kapanen. Yeah. So he is sticking around with the Devils. Or excuse me, sticking around with the Blues. My bad. Let's see where we got the Blues. Blues. There we go. On a 1x1, they're saying. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really do appreciate that. I know it's a Monday morning, so some people are, working and doing other things. But please, if you could leave a thumbs up on this stream, that'd be fantastic of you. Predators also seem to be looking at Stevenson. Yeah, I think a lot of teams should be looking at Chandler Stevenson, honestly. But Nashville getting some more top end talent to go with Philip Forsberg would be fantastic. Like what True Living has been doing so far today. The Tanev deal, I like it just fine. I know it's a lot of term, but the annual cap hit is more than affordable for them for a few years. All right, so we got this is Kasperi Kapanen. There we go. Do you even have enough money for that? I mean, look at how Trotz has cleared cap space so far. Visit Alberta. Yeah, I don't have any plans to go to Alberta because I'm going to actually be driving south, south to the southeast here. Devils set to sign Brendan Dillon, Dilly Dilly. The Isles. Oh boy, that's another one too. Because like they're a team that's just kind of stuck in neutral. Honestly, let's look at the Islanders. What are they looking like for their cap situation? They only have $5.8 million, and their pending contracts include the likes of Clutterbuck, Martin, Wallstrom. Holmstrom's the one that I think that they'll keep around, right? I mean, yeah, they need a little bit more top end scoring. I just don't know if they'll have the money to go out there and get it. I wonder if Tarasenko would take a deal over there. If he could at least play like on a second line with them. But then again, it's like they might have to clear up even more cap space to fill out the roster with more talents there. I mean, like some of these contracts with them don't age all that well. Like Pageau at $5 million for the next 2 years. Paul Mary had a bounce back season, so that's good. So yeah, the Islanders are a tough team to put my finger on, honestly. The Wild. Well, the Wild already got Yakov Trenin, and that's another team that's kind of tight for salary cap. Stamkos to the Preds. They're calling it. Oh snap! All right, where are you seeing that there, Dean? This is Carolina's downfall. Well, yeah, they've got to spend money if they want to look any bit like they did last year. Stamkos to wait. Please no fake stuff, please, guys. I know that sometimes you're just making jokes, but I want to make sure that I know what's actually happening. If you could be so kind. I could not believe that Trennan signing. That's a weird one, man. I'll look for LeBron's tweet. Okay, tweet, treat. All right, let's see here. We'll see where it ends up officially, but word is Steven Stamkos' deal with the Predators should end up around 4 years at $8 million per year. Honestly, not bad. That's a pretty solid deal. I'm curious to see what position they want him to play, though. If he's going to end up on a wing or if he'll go back to center. So we'll see if this is any if this changes here. But yeah, we're looking perceivably at $4 million, or excuse me, 4 years at $8 million annually for Stammer. And we're rocking the Stamkos jersey today here. So that's obviously a huge upgrade for the Nashville Predators potentially. Is Utah going to get any free agents? I don't really think they'll do too much considering what we already saw from the draft, right? With getting Sergachev and also Marino. I mean, that's pretty damn good already. The Lightning's Cup window is slammed shut. I mean, they did get. I liked how they got Connor Geeky. They also just signed Jake Guentzel, so they're trying to keep things alive. Roslovic, Wenberg, or Duclair to the Islanders. Duclair would actually be a really good value signing if you want more goal productivity. So I could see that out of those three. But then again, I'm biased just because I've seen Duclair more so than the other guys. Lightning and Hurricanes are going to fall. The thing, though, is that the Metropolitan Division, you got the Rangers. You might have the Devils kind of experiencing a resurgence. But, like, how are the Hurricanes still not at least, in that mix for a top 3 spot, right? The Penguins, the Islanders, the Capitals, these teams are kind of just in neutral right now. But Philadelphia, we'll see what they end up doing. That could be interesting. All right. Hold tight, guys. I got to pee, okay? Watch Cortana for me, all right? Been live here for the last hour. All right. I'll be right back, okay? That's a good girl. All right, here we are. Kevin Weeks. Let's see. Tyler Toffoli is signing with the Sharks. Yep. Do we have terms of that deal? We were looking at a potentially a 4x6. Kevin Weeks' breaking news is always so much fun. All right, so yeah, Tyler Toffoli is a Shark, man. I knew it, man. I knew the Sharks would be a potential spot for him. So congratulations to him and his wife, Kat. But yeah, Steven Stamkos on a 4-year deal at $8 million annually. Boy, I didn't know his numbers were that bad. But then again, I don't look at the metrics. I don't read into it too much. What else are you guys seeing out there? Let's see. Yeah, we already saw Alec Martinez to the Chicago Blackhawks. So Kyle Davidson's pretty busy this morning here. Is my Cali Finn jersey going to be Tyler Toffoli? No, I'm not gonna. I don't plan to get anything customized at this moment. I don't even have a Cali Finn jersey just yet, but I hope I can get it in the offseason here. I have a home jersey coming in the mail today though. Pesci at 6 years, $33 million. Yeah, that's 5.5 annually. Heck yeah. Welcome back to Cali. Predators are going to be a juggernaut. Yeah, I want to look at that team's depth chart at the end of today, right? Pinto for Natchez 1-for-1. I don't know. That could be a steal, I think, for Ottawa. I haven't really watched Shane Pinto. I really like Natchez, though. Thoughts on the Wings? Will they be busy today? With some of these big players already kind of taken up, I'm kind of surprised the Red Wings didn't add anybody else just yet. But I was saying earlier, I wouldn't mind, Chandler Stevenson's one name I'm keen to keep my eye on today, just because of his versatility out there. And as for gold, I mean, if they found themselves in the sweepstakes for like Brossoit or for Anthony Stolarz, I think that would be awesome for them because they could use some help there. If you do get Greer, I'm only getting Greer if it's going to be an older jersey. Sleeper teams in the Atlantic: Montreal, Buffalo, Detroit, Ottawa. I think that Montreal could actually take a good step forward next year, as challenging as that division is. But yeah, I think that the Red Wings, they have to have their eyes on making the playoffs this next year. But that division, it's going to be tough. Tampa is doing their best not to slide. Boston's always a tough out, right? Let's see here. There's zero tampering in the NHL. Yeah, nothing that we know of. Teuvo Teravainen, yeah, he got himself a nice payday. Let's see here. Gostisbehere is on the market. Yeah. How did he do for the Red Wings last year? He looked really good with the Hurricanes, but then again, so does just about any defenseman. Gostisbehere this past season. Wow. He had 10 goals and 46 assists this past year. I know he's not going to add much defensively, but get him with a guy like a Chris Tanev or Jacob Slave. I don't know. He's not going to be playing top pair, but if you need somebody who can be on your second or third pair, quarterback a second power play, he can do it. It's real. 4 years, $8 million a year. Yeah, congratulations, Stupid Seal, Predators fan. Marchessault to San Jose or Colorado. Predators might be done yet. Marchessault to Nashville, you're seeing that? Ghost okay, just terrible on defense. Yeah. Look at LeBron. Nashville's getting Marchessault too? Are you kidding me? Oh my God. If the Predators can finalize things with Jonathan Marchessault, 5 years at $5.5 million. Dude, the Predators, Barry Trotz is cooking. Oh my God. What on earth? Already one of the best coaches of his era is now turning into one of the biggest gunslingers on the market, man. Holy crikey. 5 years at $5.5 million. I thought Marchessault could have earned more too. He is the same age as Stamkos, I believe. He's 34, excuse me. Or 30, yeah, I think that's his age. Unbelievable. Man, what the heck? Nashville. Huge. Unbelievable. Good luck to one-time Canuck Tyler Toffoli. Yeah. Cortana looks like she's interested in what's happening. Actually, you guys can't even see her face right now. English or Spanish? Yo entiendo un poco español. There, we need more Cortana here. Preds Cup champions, dude. Can they finish? Can they contend for that division? Dallas doesn't have Chris Tanev anymore, but I mean they were having a really good season anyway. Q-Dot Cortana always looks up as I report. Yeah, well, she's my little girl. We're joined at the hip. Blues are screwed this year. Yeah, it kind of looks like it. Yeah, who are the Knights going to go after now? Unbelievable, man. But yeah, all quiet on the Elias Lindholm front, although Boston is one of the teams interested in him. Zadorov also drawing interest from the Bruins. Also saw Duclair's on the market. Yes, he is. Leafs pick up Stamkos and finally making a big splash. Yeah, RIP to that. Multiple teams continue to show interest in Andre Kasha. Really? I thought his career was done in the NHL. Edmonton and Pittsburgh among those who are interested. Long ago, he was I think a 20-goal scorer with the Ducks. Well, the Islanders have hired a new assistant coach, Tommy Albellin. I'm not sure who he is. There's some Islanders news for you, I guess. Duclair would be great in Vegas. Yeah, if you need somebody in the middle six. Martinez isn't a big loss. Yeah, I don't think so. With of course, you still have the likes of Pietrangelo, Theodore. You're set there. Even a couple of the younger defensemen can fill in just fine. The thought of Duclair coming back to the Sharks is interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't want him on a multi-year deal necessarily. I kind of think of it as like we're renting him to rent out to somebody else. Kulikov penned for a 4-year deal. That's correct, Uzi. Sarah Valley about a potential trade with the Oilers to. Where is this? Larkin all day. Let's find that. Sarah Valley, you're saying? What is this? No, I'm not seeing anything for that. They're taking everyone. The Preds. Chandler Stevenson's also being linked with Nashville. Yeah, I think somebody else had mentioned that earlier too. But I don't know. Do they even have the cap space after these two deals? Did Toronto sign Woll to that contract at that AAV? I mean, the dude is probably their presumed starter at this point now. So that's what, like, it was just over $3 million for 3 years, right? Jonathan Drouin likely hitting the open market. Boston, St. Louis, and the Rangers believed to be among the clubs most interested. Really? Although it is possible the Colorado Avalanche could still sign him. There's a little tidbit there. There's Marchessault's card, by the way. At his age, man, he's still cooking pretty damn good. Actually, he just had his career high in goals. Martinook is going to re-sign in Carolina, 3 years at $3 million annually. Lucas, dude, come on, man, don't spam like that. That's ridiculous. Yeah, he's gone. All right. So Jordan Martinook on a 3x3 with the Hurricanes. I got him here somewhere, don't I? Martinook. All right, 3 by approximately 3 million. Nashville Predators, your 2025 Stanley Cup champions potentially. If anybody wants Jack Campbell, Edmonton will give him to you for free. Well, yeah, he just got bought out, so it's all up to the team out there that wants to take a flyer on him. Travis says Hurricanes can get back on track after having so many UFAs and letting. I mean, they have a lot of cap space, which is good, but as you see here, some of these players are being snatched up. They just got Jordan Martinook on a 3x3, and they'll have the cap space to play with there. But I mean, losing Brady Shea would. I hate to see him go. Between him and Pesce, I think that it's good for Pesce to walk, considering Chatfield could probably step into his role. I would love to see them still find a way to keep Shea on the team. And also they're going to need a little bit more scoring now. I'd like to see them get some size though. They had Bunting at one point there. They traded him away. I understand why, but they need that snarl down low. They just haven't had that quite yet. When we get into the playoffs, they can get a little bit out muscled out there. What are the Blue Jackets doing? I heard that they were in the mix for Sean Monahan. That's the only thing that I have on them so far, really. I wonder if Wenberg would consider returning there. Preds just took everyone. Vegas out of cap space. Well, I mean, by letting Marchessault walk, they haven't signed anybody just yet. So I assume they do have some money to play with here. Thank you. Go Fook. Could be Vietnamese. Thank you. I appreciate that. Have a great day. Any news on the Canucks? Not in terms of any confirmed signings. They've been quiet so far. Of course, they've taken care of extending Dakota Joshua, but really that's all I seem to know at this point here. Sam Lafferty is going to the Buffalo Sabres. I'll take you up on that. Sam Lafferty from where was he with the Blackhawks, right? I always get my Laffertys crossed up. Lafferty was with he played the whole season on Vancouver. Man, there's Canucks news for you, I guess. All right, so he's gonna go to Buffalo. Thank you for that update. 2x2, thank you. Toffoli on a 4x6. Yeah, so that's in the books now. All right. I had to see it from a confirmed source, but my X feed is being horrible this morning. A 4x6 for Toffoli is ridiculous, but I do like the guy. That's a huge contract, man. I mean, because Toffoli, how many seasons of 20 goals does he have? 1, 2, and those were the last 2 years he has 34 and 33 goals respectively. So that's pretty damn good. He's 32 now? Yeah, he's 32 years old. Okay, 28, 24, 24. Okay. So that's not bad. I mean, they want him to play with Macklin Celebrini, right, guys? So I can get on board with that, actually. 4 years at $6 million annually is very steep, but at least the Sharks have the cap space right now. Not my favorite deal, but I like the idea behind it. How about that? Let's see here. They took Marchie. Isn't that crazy, dude? Unbelievable. Really sad you dealt him away. He's been on a ton of teams now. $3 million for Duchesne to stay with Dallas. Really good deal. Really good deal for both guys. Rumblings of a Red Wings trade soon. All right. We'll be on the lookout for that. All right, so Duchesne is going to stay in Dallas. All right, on a 1-year deal at $3 million. Nice job by Jim Nill, who's overall done a really good job with and his team, his scouting team too, with drafting and development. What else we got out here? Yep. There it is. There's the Tavoy deal. Thanks, guys. Martinook staying with the Carolina Hurricanes. That's kind of funny. There's your Canucks news, everybody. Any news on DeBrusk yet? Corey, I have not heard anything just yet. You're probably hoping that the Oilers sign him, yeah? Or I'm just looking at your profile pic there. Perron is drawing interest from some teams. The Ottawa Senators are one of them. That's all we have from Bob McKenzie at the moment. Yeah, we got the Sam Lafferty deal for him to go to the Sabres. Records are being broken on Hot Take Hockey. Way to go, John. Yeah, but some big names that are still out there, everybody. Nikita Zadorov and Elias Lindholm drawing some interest from the Bruins. Brady Shea, it seems to be all quiet on that front. Chandler Stevenson, Jake DeBrusk, Anthony Stolarz in goal. Some of the big names that we're looking out for right now. Only signed Butcher. That's all that they have done so far. Yeah, they got to extend P.O. Joseph, but other than that, pretty quiet. Yeah, a tight cap situation for them. Overpay for Brandon Montour? I think so. I like his puck moving abilities, and defensively, I think that he's good. But just like I don't see that contract's going to age very well beyond 3 years. I know a lot of long-term deals are like that, but I was thinking that he'd be on like a 4x6 basically. Tarasenko, I have not heard anything about that just yet. DeBrusk to Montreal at that cap hit, that would be nuts, man. Could the Flyers trade for Pinto? Okay, I could see that happening. Especially since they had unloaded Cutter Gauthier in that trade for Drysdale. Yep, we got Lafferty to Buffalo. Tarasenko to the Flames. Oh, interesting. So it would be more about like getting his AAV up or being a 1-year deal over there, and then they could sell him off to somebody for a rental like the Panthers had acquired him. Where will Perron go? Well, we just heard that the Ottawa Senators are among the teams that are interested in him. I could see that happening. They could use a veteran forward further down the lineup and somebody who is from he's from Quebec, so he's not too far away from where he grew up. They're shopping Kadri. That's right. Yeah, I haven't heard about any potential interested teams. It's got to be. I'm thinking it's kind of like a one subpar contract for another subpar contract. I would think it'd be one of those sort of deals out there. Man, still tons of people tuning in, guys. You've been so great. Thank you so much. Got 128 on YouTube. We got people tuning in on Rumble with us as well. So make sure you're following us on social media. We are on Rumble. We're on X and on Instagram. We also have memberships for bonus streams and videos for as little as $3 a month. And also, I am looking for people. I've been talking about this for the past month. But for anybody who wants to see this channel take off, you don't even have to be strapped with cash to do this by any means. Pretty much anybody out there is eligible to become a potential channel investor and earn back a percentage of what this channel earns. There's a link to that in the video description and also in the pinned comment here in our chat. So just head over to this page for some more information about that. I just want to have a chance to produce even more videos, maybe hire some talent to help out with that, and have a more regular presence here on YouTube. So check that out. And thank you to everybody who's expressed their interest in that so far. That's my little PSA there. We also have channel merchandise. That's why you see me wearing my Twisted Wrister hat and drinking from my Twisted Wrister pint glass with our Cortana logo recolored for every NHL team. And PSA is over. Caps just traded for Chikrin. Whoa, that's huge. Washington, I like their opportunity to strengthen their defense. Granted, would I want to see that with the left-hand side of things? I think that they need more help on the right side. Not the worst though. Whoa, look at Toffoli. This card the past couple of years has been pretty damn good. Although, yeah, my friend would point out he's not a very good skater. But yeah, he's there to play with Celebrini. Yeah, so we'll see a lot of that in my feed here. I of course subscribe to lots of Sharks outlets as a fan of the team. All right. LeBron confirmed, and that was Jacob Chikrin. Let's take here. I'm going to take a look at that. I trust you. I just want to make sure that I see this too. Or maybe you're referring to something else. Detroit sounds like Gostisbehere will head to market. I didn't expect him to resign in Detroit. He can get a good contract. Shoot, the Sharks need help at right defense. Not that he plays much defense, but maybe the Sharks would go after him. Fully good pickup for the Sharks. Leafs just signed Stolars. Really? That's great. I really have to applaud Tree Living. Stolars has been a fantastic goalie the past 5 years or so, 4 or 5 years. So that could mean that your tandem is Stolars and Woll. I think that that's an upgrade over what they've had the past couple of seasons. So nice job there. Where do I have Stolars? There he is. Potentially a Toronto Maple Leaf. Always wanted to Foley here in Edmonton. Happy he's found a long-term deal with the Sharks. Chikrin's on Friedman's account. Okay, thank you. For a third and Jensen? Not bad. I think he's what? He only has like 1 year left on his deal, though. So, yeah, Jacob Chikrin is a Washington Capital. Capitals trade a third and Nick Jensen for Jacob. How doesn't he like spell his name kind of differently, like Jacob? I don't know. Chikrin. I'm just seeing the Y in his last name. There we go. Let's see here. Do a spell check here. Jake. Yeah. Not Jacob. It's Jakob. Not bad. A third round pick in 2026. And Nick Jensen. Good job by the Capitals. But again, I'd like to see them upgrade at right defense as well. Matt Roy to Washington. Holy crap. Well, Roy is a right-handed defenseman, right? Yeah. 7 years at $5.5 million. Are you kidding me? No wonder the Kings wouldn't want to re-sign him. Holy God. Sens will sign Noah Gregor. Interesting. Coming over from Toronto, former Shark Noah Gregor, right? Sir Gregor. Cool. 6 goals, 6 assists last year in 63 games. From to the Senators. This Matt Roy contract is crazy, man. I thought the Montour deal was ridiculous. Yeah, why didn't the Sens just... Yeah, I know, right, Manny? Stamkos is 4x8. Yeah, that's correct. Roy's also on Freeman's account. Oh, my God. Jeepers. What the hell are the Capitals thinking? I said they need help, but damn. Damn. Matt Roy. Holy crap. He is on the Capitals now. Where do I have the Caps here? I'm going to have to go to my draft board here. Oh, my God. Holy crap. 7 years? And how old is Matt Roy? He's what, 28? He's 29. I don't know what Brian McClellan's thinking over there. Did you miss any big moves? Oh, dude, check these out, man. Reinhart stays in Florida. Stamkos, Predators. They also get Jonathan Marchessault. Jake Guentzel is with the Lightning. Tyler Bertuzzi with the Blackhawks. Chris Tanev with Toronto. Brett Pesce to the Devils. Brandon Montour. OEL to Toronto, 4 by 3.5. Damn, that's a good contract for him. He had a nice season with Florida, but I don't know, Leafs fans. That could still be an overpayment. At least that could be too much term. I could see that. 4 by 3.5. Trouba might go to Vegas. I heard that the Red Wings were interested in trading for him. Matt Roy got the cap-friendly special. Guentzel, yep. $9 million annually for him. Yeah, we got Martinook on the board here. Yep. Washington is a juggernaut. Oh, wait, but it will be a wood chipper in 5 years. I almost thought about it as the other way around. I still don't think they have enough punch in their forward group. Holy moly, guys. Sharks are not in on Chandler Stevenson anymore. That doesn't surprise me. Stolarz, 2 years at in the mid $2 million. That's fantastic. That's a really good signing for Toronto, I think. Damn, that's so crazy. Matt Roy, it's 7 years at $5.5 million. Like, Jacob Slavin will make 6.43, and Matt Roy's at 5.5. Unbelievable, man. The Blackhawks have agreed to terms with Pat Maroon. Pat Maroon, man. Where was he most recently? He was with the was that the Bruins? Yeah, with the Bruins. And now he'll come to the Chicago Blackhawks on a 1 by 1.3. Has the new NHL schedule been released? No, but I think it's supposed to actually go down like maybe tomorrow, if not sometime this week. How much cap space do the Sharks have? Well, I don't know if it's going to be updated just yet, factoring in the Toffoli signing. Yeah, they have $20 million per Puckpedia. Toffoli's deal is now recorded, but you also have to consider it. You have to consider that they expect to qualify, or they've qualified Ty Dellandrea, Thomas Bordeleau, Ty Emberson, and Henry Thrun. So, that's going to chew up another up to like $8 million more price. They just released the home games? Really? All right. Well, I'll have to check that out. Yeah, OEL, man. Good contract for him. That's a lot of term for Toronto, I thought, though. Mantha to Calgary. I did see them potentially interested in him, so let's record that. We'll get that in here. Flames, where you at? Who should the Pens go for now? Dude, their cap situation's just I can't remember if I answered that question for you earlier, but their cap situation's just so tight. I don't know who they can afford, really. Tarasenko is a possibility. I'd like them to get somebody who's fast out there. Sean Walker would actually be a good acquisition for the defense, too. I haven't seen too much talk about Sean Walker. So, yeah, and I don't think that he'll necessarily need a really long-term deal. You could probably get him for like 4 years. But then again, some of these defensive contracts have been crazy. Who should the Avalanche go for? Well, they're trying to keep Jonathan Drouin. The thing is that, yeah, you don't know what to expect with Nichushkin or Landeskog's situation. So somebody like Stevenson might be worth taking a flyer on because you need a little help at wing. Another physical defenseman wouldn't be so bad for them. I don't think that they will need to chase the door off. Their top four is still pretty solid, even though they dealt away Byram. Matt Grzelcyk would actually maybe be a name to look out for them. Brendan Dillon. I haven't seen a report on Brendan Dillon going anywhere either. Boston lands both Lindholm and Zadorov. Holy moly. Well, there you go. There's your top line center for Boston. And Jacob Slavin is inked to a long-term deal. God, Montour gets 7 by 7. Slavin gets 8 by less than 7. Anyway, I'll stop bitching about that. Let's see here. Looks like the Devils are closing in on Brendan Dillon. 3 years at around or under $4 million per year. Really? And Dillon's getting a little bit, I don't want to say long in the tooth, but he is a little older. I think he's like 33 or 34 now. Wow. Brendan Dillon joins New Jersey. They already signed Brett Pesce. I wonder if those two could pair together. They could. Man, this is already just unbelievable how it's popping off. Look at Matt Roy's rating. Holy crap. Well, maybe that contract will be really good for them for a few years. Wilson to Pittsburgh? Like Tom Wilson? Skinner to Ottawa or Vancouver? Skinner's not on the market as far as I know. He's not, at least he's not a UFA. Pesce, 6-year deal, yeah, at 5.5. Can't believe how fast these signings are. I know, right? I can barely keep up. That's why I'm so thankful to have you guys. So you've been wonderful. I do appreciate you hanging out, especially on like Monday morning, right? You know, a lot of people are probably out there working, but this is the grind for me. Calgary has officially signed Mantha at 1 year at $3.5 million. Hey, that's not bad. You know, hopefully they can get some value for him at the trade deadline. You know, because I don't think they're going to be anywhere near the playoff picture. Brossoit, 2 years at 3.5 or at 3.3 million. I really like that deal. That's a good contract for Chicago. A little reinforcement in goal helps them out. Even though Mrazek actually played really well for them. Oh no, Brossoit going over to Chicago on a 2-year deal. Kyle Davidson's been really busy today so far, huh, guys? Oh, so wait, 2 by. Not up here in the north. It's Canada Day. Well, happy Canada Day. 6:10 in Sweden. Okay, well, at least you received this news after work, or at least for most people. Did the Sharks go after Sean Walker? Yeah, again, the Sharks need some help at the right defense. So him, Gostisbehere would be another name to help quarterback one of the power plays. They got Jake Wallman, which helped too. And I think he's, correct me if I'm wrong, Red Wings fans, but Wallman played a little bit on the right side at one point, didn't he? Woke up and the stream is really useful. Hey, thank you. You guys have been really useful too. Have my stream on the background while you're working from home. Awesome, man. Coming in clutch. That's what I'm here for. I'd rather be using my time like this. Speaking of Slavin, playing goalie and be a pro, and you absolutely robbed him on a goal. Yeah, well, he doesn't have the best shot out there among defensemen. Hope the Avs can keep Walker. Gonna watch the Jays game. They stink. Yeah, that's true, man. I can't believe the Guardians have the best record in baseball. Isn't that crazy? Perron's going to Ottawa. Okay. That was something that we had our eye on a little bit earlier. So David Perron. Shea's a 7 by 7. Is he staying in Carolina? Jacob Slavin's confirmed. Yeah. Shea on a 7 by 7 kind of reminds me of Montour on basically a 7 by 7. But Shea's going to the Preds? Unbelievable. Damn, Barry Trotz. Damn. I don't believe this, man. That freaking crazy, man. Are the Predators the favorite to win that division now? They just signed Rene for a long-term extension. Announce Yaroslav Askarov to the San Jose Sharks, please. Unreal, man. Brady Shea is on a 7 by 7. The Predators are the winner of free agency. Like, and that's not even close, man. Unbelievable, dude. Look at this. I'm gonna start grouping some of these players together. You can't make this up, man. Like, unreal. Lindholm 7 by 7.5. Good contract. I actually like that one quite a bit for Don Sweeney. So DM Sanks, DM Sanex. So Stamkos is a Nashville Predator. So is Jonathan Marchessault, and so is Brady Shea. Holy crap. Canucks are asleep. Yeah, they are. So yeah, we heard that Lindholm would be going to the Boston Bruins. We've had that on our radar for quite a bit. Not exclusively on this channel by any means. And so is Nikita Zadorov. If Zadorov signed for anywhere near what, I wonder if he's going to get a 7x7 as well. Elias Lindholm reported in at 7 years at $7.75 million for the Bruins. I like that deal quite a bit. Wasn't a good fit for the Canucks that much, but I think that you can kind of look past that just based on what his career looked like before then, because the Canucks were already so loaded in their forward group anyway. Victor Arvidsson to Edmonton. Oh, really? Okay. So they add another veteran to their forward group. Yeah, I'm listening to Outcast right now in the background. Arvidsson from the Kings to the Oilers. Stammer to the Preds, 4 years at $10.5 million. Oh, we heard that it was an $8 million annual average. Is that different? Has that changed now? Trend into the Wild. Yeah, we did see that earlier, Steve. 4 years at 3.5 per. That's steeper than I would have expected. Bressois to Chicago. Yep, we got that one too. Kane snooze fest, except for Slavin. Yeah. Boy, they're running out of opportunities to bring in players. And they were also kind of in it on that Stamkos sweepstakes. Maybe Vegas could get Jeff Skinner and DeBrusk. Yeah, I mean, Jeff Skinner scores goals. Arvidsson doesn't excite you. Yeah, he's not the same Arvidsson that we used to see on the Predators. Big shout out to everybody tuning in from our Rumble channel. Great having you guys here. All the home openers have been announced. Okay, cool. Utah and the Islanders. That's a little odd. Jake Wallman played for Detroit for 3 years. Yeah, I was wondering, did he play? He played on the right side at one point, didn't he? At least I thought so. Rangers, Penguins. Devils, Capitals, Jets, Oilers. Is Nashville going to go all in this year? It looks like it, man. I want to see what their depth chart looks like. It was a $42 million deal. Oh, really? Whoa. Okay, but yeah, like LeBron's saying 4 years at $8 million average annual value for Stamkos. But yeah, Lindholm is officially a Boston Bruin. I'm curious to see. I don't know. At this point, Adam Lascaris saying that the Sharks could be actually making a run to recruit Joe Pavelski. After getting Toffoli, I don't know for sure if they can, if they envision bringing him in. Kane's made you a happy man today with the Slavin news. That's true, but man, they've lost a lot of players. I mean, that was kind of to be expected with Shea and Pesce with their stock rising, but now Guentzel's off the board. Martinook stays around. Teravainen, that was one I expected to turn, or for him to sign elsewhere. Sharon Govich, what? 5.75 for 5 years? Holy crap! $4 million for Arvidsson? Damn, man, teams are spending big bucks, man. All right, Yegor Sharangovich, unbelievable, man. All right, you guys are gonna have to keep reminding me on who's signing where. I'm sorry that I'm missing this. Oops, my bad. So Jason Zucker 1x5. Jeez. All right. So Zucker is going to the Sabres. I forget where he was playing at the end of the season. He was with Nashville, actually. Oh wait, excuse me. 1x5. Let's see here. Jason Zucker on a 1x5. Good for him. We have Yegor Sharangovich. So he'll stay in Calgary on a. I have to like take a deep breath when I say this. 5 years at $5.75 million. Oh my god, he got more than Marchessault, guys. Can you believe it? All right, absolutely capitalize on that trade. Yeah, what a deal. Devin Cooley signs with Calgary. Oh, really? Former San Jose Shark now. I hate to see him go, but it looked like he was going to. Monahan looking at Columbus. I saw that too. David Perron, 2 years, $4 million. Is that annually or is that total? So David Perron is heading to Ottawa. They also had signed Noah Gregor today. Daniel Sprong is another good value signing, potentially. Lindholm, yep, 7 years at $7.75 million. Zadorov, 6 million or 6 years at $5 million in Boston. Don Sweeney, those are 2 great contracts. Don Sweeney, awesome job. 6 by $5 million. I'd rather take that than Montour at 7 by 7. Nice job. Yeah, Bruins happy. Bruins fans should be happy. Good contract. Devin Cooley played 6 games? Yeah, something like that. Okay. Yeah, I there's only so much that I can process at one specific moment, so I'm doing my best here. But yeah, it's a 2-year contract for Devin Cooley, which is what's crazy is that so he's from basically San Jose, and he's gonna join Dustin Wolf, who also grew up in Sharks territory. So he's staying there. 2 years. One way. Oh, okay. Interesting. I'll just say 2 years. Askarov comes to the Wild organization. I mean, they have a goaltending logjam for this upcoming season. I think the Sharks have the capital to trade for him, actually. Canes need to get. Yeah, I agree with you, Creed. They need somebody there. Even Chandler Stevenson. Canucks are adding Derek Forbort. Big Vancouver news. Derek Forbort, everybody. Forbort. All right, so what are we looking at for him? Forbort. He most recently played for the Bruins. What the Sigma? I know there's a lot of what the Sigma moments in this just absolute tidal wave of news. And who knows, there could be a big trade or two as teams might want to be clearing up cap space. But man, Nashville, holy God, dude. Stamkos, Marchessault, and Shea. How many bachelorette parties? That's funny. The Sharks will play their home opener on the 10th versus the Blues. All right, there's your news, St. Louis fans, and you got Kasper Kapanen. Today is a good day. The Blackhawks road or the home opener for the Chicago Blackhawks will be against the Sharks. So Bedard versus Celebrini. That's pretty cool. My brain don't work. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Victor Arvidsson, 2 years at $4 million annually. All right, so thank you for whoever was giving me the skinny on that one. 2 by $4 million. Wowee. He got a good contract over there. Oilers are also poking around for Jeff Skinner. So they don't want to get any younger, do they? This is an awful contract, really? 7 years, 7.75. I think that's pretty market value, frankly. And that was a huge need for them. Yeah, there's Sharangovich again. There's Devin Cooley. What else are you guys seeing out there? Ooh. Okay, maybe I need to take back what I said earlier. This is the same guy who scored 40 goals 2 seasons ago? What? Z is in Boston. Yep, I like that one. Yeah, you have a big Z over there again in Boston. Everyone just disappeared. Yeah, pretty much, man. Skinner is a Saber. Well, they bought him out, so the Oilers are potentially interested. Theo, what's up, man? We promised Guentzel and got Forbert. Oh man, here I was thinking the Canucks could be a front runner to make the Western Conference Final next year. Brendan Dillon, 3 years at $4 million. That's a really good contract for him. Where is Brendan Dillon? 3 by 4M. Yeah, I guess that's kind of what the market is setting for this free agency period, huh? Brandon Duhaime to Washington. I like Duhaime. That's a fine contract. Brandon Duhaime. He was with the Avalanche most recently, right? So now he's going over to Washington on a 2 by 1.85. Thank you. Is that what I'm looking at? Monahan to dude, what is Columbus doing? 5 years for Monahan? What? Oh my gosh. Do we have any Jackets fans up in here? Congratulations, I guess. I mean, then again, that's what Marsh is so just earned, guys. Monahan is younger though, definitely by a few years. What was that 5? What was that 5 by 5.5? Wow. 5 by 5.5. Okay. Yeah, Jersey making some big moves here. Brett Pesce, Brendan Dillon. I'll try to group some guys together here, everybody, with their new teams. That way it's easier for you to follow your favorite teams. We got a couple of Flames down here. Oh, why did I put Sharangovich that far? Sharangovich should be toward the top of our list at this point, huh? Samsonov has not signed. Yeah, I didn't hear anything about Samsonov just yet. Skinner's UFA. Right. Well, we're talking about Jeff Skinner, right? Not Stuart Skinner. Yeah, Zadorov. We got him on 6 years at $5 million annually. Never been a Blue Jackets fan. Canes are agreeing with Will Carrier. Okay, so obviously just an absolute bruiser in your bottom 6, probably your 4th line. Will Carrier. So going from he was on the Knights all season long, right? He hasn't been traded at any point, has he? Yeah, okay. So Knights to the Hurricanes. Oops. Just shuffling some stuff around. Every day I'm shuffling. There we go. Also put Stolarz in there for the Maple Leafs. One of my favorite signings that we've seen so far. Zucker, 1 year, $5 million to go to the Buffalo Sabres. Good contract for him. Devils still need another top 6 forward. You guys are still pretty stacked, though, eh? Even after trading Holtz. The Sharks are not in on Stefan Nason. Damn. I was hoping that we'd bring him back, but that's okay. I mean, it's not like we're missing out a ton, but We liked him a lot in San Jose. There's Brendan Dillon's contract. William Carrier, 6 years. Eric Tulsky, what's going on here, man? 6 years for William Carrier? Who do you think you are, Lou Lamoriello? Jeez, man. When will Raymond and Sider sign? I haven't heard anything about them at this point. Sider's an RFA, right? Oh yeah, they're both RFAs. Stolar's says Vincent is 2 by 2.5. That's awesome. That's a great contract. Thank you for letting me know. That's very fair. 6 years for a 20-point player. Yeah, man. Joel Edmondson to the Kings. He was where recently? Was that also Toronto? Going to the Kings. Edmondson. This past year was with Toronto, yeah. But he was a trade deadline acquisition from the Capitals. Bump up Sam Lafferty. Yeah, we'll bump him up there with Zucker. Tyson Berry's still out there, by the way. DeBrusk to Vancouver. 7 years at $5.5 million. But then again, I mean, just basically what we've already seen. It's not all that surprising, right? With some of these other contracts coming in. So that's funny because basically the two Canucks went to the Bruins, Lindholm and Zadorov, even though they were also Flames. And now 2 Bruins in DeBrusk and Forbert go to the Canucks. Slavin to Carolina, yeah. Fantastic deal. By comparison. Matt Murray's returning? What? Pesci, we already saw that. OEL, there he is. Zadorov to the Bruins. Marchessault to the Predators. Man, that Montour contract is... I mean, that's just one of several that just baffles me, but... Yeah, a lot of these contracts now with the cap rising, these contracts are getting pretty aggressive, eh? Let's see. Here are the Islanders. They're tweeting out about their home opener and about hiring an assistant coach. In typical Lou Lamoriello fashion, the Islanders are not doing anything. Although they did draft Cole Eiserman. 4 years at $3.8 million for Joel Edmondson. Wow. That's hefty. $4 years at $3. We'll carry a 6. Yeah. We'll carry 6 years at $2 million. My God. Will Buchnevich sign long term with the Blues? Hey, what's up, Will? Gotta love Buchnevich. What do you think he would earn? I mean, just based on the contracts we see here. He is now 29 years old. I mean, like, I would see him personally, Buchnevich. I'd see him in kind of the like 5-year, maybe like $7 million annually, maybe something like that. I think that would probably be a pretty fair deal for him. Only 3 original Vegas players. Shoot, can I name them? Theodore, McNabb, and Wild Bill, right? 5 to 6 years at 8.3. Woo. That's a great contract for him. Kevin Stenlund is signing with Utah. Stanley Cup winner. Kevin Stenlund. From the Panthers to the Yeti Mammoths. Oh, wait, excuse me. That's going to be here. There we go. DeBrusk signed with Vancouver. Yeah, that's what somebody mentioned. I don't think I saw that on X just yet, but I put my faith in the Twister Wrister community here. Yeah, there it is. Boom. Just like you were saying. So 7 years at 5.5 million annually. Holy. 7 freaking years, man. I don't know what to think about this free agency day, man. Will Carrier, hey, he's graded out really well, and I think the eye test would support that too. But 6 years, that is steep, even though it's only at $2 million. Here's Eric Johnson. Memory stepping down. I haven't seen anything of that for that on my feed, not yet. Yeah, dude, that's a crazy contract for them, man. I'll move these guys up a little bit here. All right, I'm just gonna kind of group these teams together now that a lot of the big names are taken off the board. Oilers have made a couple of depth moves, right? Getting Arvidsson, getting Connor Brown re-signed. Wonder if Adam Henrique is going to draw interest from anybody. What is that? Is that Kiefer Sherwood? Danton Heinen to the Canucks. Okay. Where's Heinen? Heinen's on here. Yeah, he is. Yeah, that's 3 guys who were Boston Bruins. What's going to happen next? Pasternak's going to be traded to Vancouver. Yeah, Kiefer. Sam, what's up? Yeah. Murray's been on LTIR. Uzi asks, any more Red Wings updates? No, they've been actually pretty quiet. I haven't heard anything else about them. But I'll let you know if, for example, we get an update on Sider and Raymond's contracts, because they are RFAs, right? All right. So wait. Oh, sorry. Who were we looking at just a moment ago there, guys? We were looking at. All right. Yeah, we'll keep that there. That's fine. Does Hedman become the new captain of the Tampa Bay Lightning? I think that could very well be the case. McDonough could get a letter out there too, like Lightning and Rangers in 2018. How did Nashville do last season? They made the playoffs, and they weren't expected to be a playoff team. Actually, you guys, our community did predict Nashville to make the playoffs, so good job. But like, if anything, they were expected to be a wild card, just kind of like maybe a surprise team, and they were. Like, their second half, they were just like red hot for a long time there. I think they had like a 19-game undefeated streak or a 19-game point streak. Chychrun's going to the Caps. Yeah, and they barely gave up anything too. What's that? I don't like hard-boiled eggs. I like deviled eggs. Grilled cheese, I'm not. I like to put something else in there. Give me a couple strips of bacon. Sure. And yeah, Nashville was defeated by the Canucks in the first round. Kiefer Sherwood. I'm sorry. Where's Kiefer going to? Vancouver. Okay. Thank you. Kiefer Sherwood. I forgot where he was playing. He was with the Preds this past year. 10 goals and 17 assists in 68 games, playing 12 minutes of time on ice. That's actually pretty good for Vancouver then. A good low-key signing. That could be, at least. Also got to shout out Patrick Alvin for the contract to Dakota Joshua. I like that one quite a bit. True Living has done well now to move Tavares and Marner. Tavares, I don't know if you can get him out of there. I think he has trade restrictions too. Reminding you of 2016 free agency. All I remember from that year, wasn't that like Subban for Weber? Wasn't that the year? Kapanen re-signed. Yep, 1 year at $1 million. But yeah, I think that Hedman would make for a good captain over there. The Washington Capitals have added in the offseason Matt Roy, Jacob Chychrun, Logan Thompson, who they traded for, with the Golden Knights, Pierre-Luc Dubois and Andrew Mangiapane. I don't think that makes them necessarily a juggernaut or a favorite to make the playoffs, but they got to do something to give Ovechkin another chance. But time is running out, obviously, especially with how the way his productivity has plummeted, probably. Let's see here. Anything else that you're seeing here, fellas? Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts too on Chychrun. 2 years at $2 million for Utah, so a good contract for Kevin Stenlund as kind of your fourth line center. Why don't the Caps blow it up? It's almost like, yeah, they should have obviously done it. Cooley's old teams. Oh, thank you. I'll update that right now. For like a split second earlier, I was like, did I do something wrong with them? Let's see. Where's my Sharks? There we go. There he is. Thank you. Big signings are probably already done. Yeah, but of course, you got to keep your ear to the ground to see if there are any trades that break here. Jets are quiet. Yeah, the Jets are very quiet so far. I won't be surprised if the Knights pull off a blockbuster. Yeah, you could never count them out of the conversation for that. Yep, Brett Pesce, 6 years, $5.5 million. That's a great contract for him. Shane Pinto has officially asked for a trade. Yep. Someone was suggesting earlier, how about Pinto for Natchez 1-for-1? I think that would swing in Ottawa's favor, honestly. Hi, Cortana. Here, let's give Cortana a treat. She's been a really good girl here. Pretty soon we gotta get her out for some exercise. Zadorov, great. Now that they have Chara, but obviously less skilled. They have a Chara. Yeah. That's Uzi. That's pretty fair. Nick Robertson. Anybody? I don't know. I really don't know anything about Nick Robertson, honestly. Ghost is still out there. Yeah, Ghost is out there. Chandler Stevenson among the big forwards still left. Vlad Tarasenko, Ilya Samsonov in goal. Sean Walker on defense. Anthony Duclair, Daniel Sprong. And then some other depth names here. Dumba, Labushkin, Tyson Berry's a free agent. Kakinen, Blake Wheeler, Pacioretty, John Klingberg. Don't forget about him. Anthony Beauvillier. There's some others, too, that I haven't put on the board. Thank you, Sam. Could the Sharks offer a decent haul for Pinto? Personally, I don't think that's not an area of need for the Sharks. So that's why I don't think that they need to entertain that offer. Like I said earlier in the stream, I would like to see them go after Yaroslav Askarov in goal. I like DeBrusk, but 7 years is a long time. A long time. Yes, indeed. But yeah, DeBrusk actually metrically has looked pretty strong the past couple seasons. Yeah, there's that. Trade. Oh, that's from a couple years ago. Dan Heinen, by the way, 2 years at $2.5 million. And he'll be a Vancouver Canuck. Who could they give up for Askarov? Yeah, so this is where, like, my friend and I were chatting yesterday, and they said, well, the Sharks have some good center depth in their prospect pool. They could dangle somebody out there like David Edstrom, who they acquired in the Hurdle trade, just a few months ago. They might have to package somebody else in there as well. But I think, here's the thing, though. I think that Trotz was saying that he wanted a good prospect and a first-round pick. So the Sharks could really just give them, I would think, a first, give them the Vegas first for this upcoming season, and also give them Edstrom, and then in return get Askarov and maybe get some other prospect or pick as part of it. It sounds like a big payment from the Sharks, but I personally do want to see them get one of the top goaltending prospects out there. Although Christian Kirsch, as we found out, was the number one goaltender on their board, but a little bit more top end depth at goal would be great. Cam Talbot to Detroit as they continue their continue signing and acquiring goaltenders past their prime. Although Talbot played really well last season for the Kings, so somebody had to give him a shot. Yep, we got the Danton Heinen contract. Love Monahan to Columbus, but 5 years. Yeah, we were wondering what people had to say about Monahan earlier, and that's exactly my thought there. So Talbot's going to be a Red Wing, as they couldn't. I would have loved to see them get Stolars. There's a shady deal. Jason Zucker. Hey, now he could still drive some offense out there in a death roll. Good girl. I just wanted to see if there was anything else. Noah Gregor. Oops, sorry. I gotta go back to my normal layout. Come on. There. Wait. Why is my screen not visible here? No. Dang it. Just like bugged out on me. There we go. That's better. First ever. You might be going to your first game? Killer, man. How do I feel about the Sharks on a 1 to 10? I mean, I'm not expecting much from this team. I still think they'll probably finish last, if not second to last in their division. But I know I'm drinking the teal Kool-Aid a fair bit, but I'd say like probably about 7.5, 8, kind of around there. That's looking a little bit more in the future. There are question marks for sure, like right-hand defense. I got to see what Warsofsky does as a first-year head coach, but I like his track record a lot. And, young coach that can develop with some young players. I don't mind that so much. But yeah, I'm feeling overall very, very content on what the future could look like eventually. Let's see here. OEL gets a 16-team no-trade list as part of his 4-year contract. Damn, dude, this guy made out well. Let's go Preds with Stammer and Shea and Marchessault. Incredible, dude. Incredible. I didn't think they'd be anywhere near as big of a spender as they've been. There you go, Cortana. Drew M's going back to Colorado. Let's see here. You love that they have some promise of being competitive again. Haven't been this excited in a while. Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, they'll be more entertaining next year. Even if they finish last in the division, they're going to give us some fun games with Celebrini and Smith out there. I can't imagine those guys not starting the season on that roster. So we cleared up cap space by giving the Sharks Wallman for future consideration so you could sign Cam Talbot. That says it all right there, unfortunately, man. All right, where's Jonathan Drouin? That's good for Colorado because they've seen some other good forwards get acquired here by other teams. Capitals getting Matt Roy and Brandon Duhaime, trading for Logan Thompson. I like that deal for them. Guentzel went to Tampa. Yeah, how about that, man? Don't get destroyed 10-1 in 2 straight games. Yeah, I hear you there, man. 2 years, 2.5. That's a very affordable deal for Detroit to make. Even though, they're just waiting. I guess they're just waiting for Sebastian Cossa, and then they'll bring him in and expect him to be Terry Sawchuk in goal. Pens are also allergic to signing guys under 30. Straight facts, homie. I know I missed a signing for just a moment ago. Talbot. Okay, I got that actually. Cool. Bye, Ryan Suter. Congratulations. Too bad you guys couldn't keep Chris Tanev. You got Matt Duchene though for $3 million. At least that's what somebody had pointed out here. Look at Kevin Weeks. Love Kevin Weeks. Leafs defensive core could be Morgan Riley and Chris Tanev, Ekman Larson and Liljegren, McCabe and Benoit. Is this the best group that they've had in the Matthews era? I mean, even if it is, that's still not saying enough, I don't think. Haven't heard Anthony Duclair's name. Yeah. Guy with 25 goal upside, 7-year deal. Shea was only 30. His metrics have him only at 38% offensively. His stock has risen the past couple of years. Well, the thing is that look at his defensive rating. Like he is a strong, reliable defenseman. Anybody playing in Carolina can look like that. But I like his overall two-way game quite a bit. I think that's here I am criticizing the Montour deal, but now that Montour's kind of set the market, I can see why Shea, who's the same age, is making that much as well. Awesome. Perron to Ottawa. Yep, we got Perron to Ottawa. All right. Well, guys, I really do want to stick around because you've been a fantastic audience. If we get like a big trade breaking, I'll try to go live. But for now, I should give Cortana some exercise here because that's always my top priority. So anyway, we'll have some more coverage throughout the offseason as trades come in. We'll get a couple videos out looking ahead at next season. So make sure that you are subscribed if you want more content and streams like this. Don't forget, we're also on a plethora of social channels. We're on Rumble with all of our videos published on there. You can find all of our videos. There we are. We're also on X and Instagram. Check out, if you haven't already, our merch store where you can find hats and hoodies and coffee mugs, pint glasses. Every team's logo is featured, or every team's color scheme is featured in our store. We have something for everyone, kids and babies and pets alike. And for those of you who want to support our channel as we hopefully grow and take off as a potential investor for really just, I don't want to say that specify the dollar amount, but you don't have to be strapped with cash by any means. You could be an investor and earn a piece of the channel's revenue in return. So just see the pinned comment or the video description down below for this page here. You can sign up and get some more information. This helps us potentially hire on some talent and also produce a higher volume of content and hopefully at a greater quality as well, in addition to some other projects I have. So again, you can see the video description down below if you want to be a part of that. This is it's a very affordable buy-in. It's not like you have to be investing tens of thousands of dollars in that. All right. Well, anyway, guys, you have a fantastic rest of your day out there. And hopefully you're enjoying the off season, and we'll be a part of that for the months ahead as well. Take care, everybody. Happy Canada Day. Happy 4th of July upcoming here in case I don't talk to you until then. And Cortana and I will see you later. Please do leave a thumbs up, by the way. That helps. All right. Catch you later.